What's up guys, the German here again and welcome back to Fulham FC. We are trying to climb up the ladders in Hall of Fame and we are currently at March, 9th of March 2022 and our season have gone really well and at the current point we can go to the competitions tab, but I want to show you one player first. It's the only meaningful signing that we have made. And the guy is Yuri Karashev, Russian defensive mid/midfielder. Can also play in central defender or right defender. It's in the same mold as Trent Alexander-Arnold is. He can play a lot of possessions and he is phenomenal guy. 11 million his valuation at the moment. Not that much of potential ability left, but he's only 18 years old and he's growing on those attributes. Currently on loan at Bologna. Did game from CSKA Moscow with whopping 7.5 million transfer fee and loaned out to Bologna in Serie A. We are getting nearly million on that loan fee, and his attributes are really good. Lacking on those mentals, but he's only 18 years old. That is the reason for those. But he's the only meaningful transfer in January window. We did sign a lot of youngsters, and with that youth intake which did came, we also raided out some English teams to get more youngsters to our youth squads, and therefore a lot of transfer activity for us. And no sales at the moment. We are going with the same squad which we did use at the beginning of the season, so no more transfers in or out. But let's go and see how our games have gone and where we are at the league at the moment. And you can see here at the competitions tab, we are at the top of the table in Premier League. But what is more meaningful, we have won the FIFA Club World Cup yet again, and also UEFA Super Cup and Community Shield. So we have 3 trophies in our cabinet already. We are facing Man United at FA Cup 6th round and Dynamo Kiev in their first knockout second leg in Champions League. And EFL Cup wasn't our competitions this year even, but we did face the ultimate winner in the 3rd round, Everton FC, and we did lost that. But what is the most meaningful table is the Premier League table, and we are at the top of the table. 30 games played, 24 wins, 6 draws, so no losses. I have played over 60 league games, nearly 70 league. Actually, it's more like 80 league games without a lose. So it's a really good season going on once again. Liverpool are at the 2nd place, 20 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses, also really good season for them. 67 points, they are 11 points behind us and 5 points ahead of Tottenham. Everton are in 4th place, they have a really good season going on. Tied with Man United, 54 points. Arsenal 53, 1 point behind at 6th place. Manchester City and Chelsea had a rough start of the year and they have climbed up on the ladders and are in 7th and 8th positions. So the top 8 is some kind of expected teams on there, but the Everton's 4th place is a slight surprising, considering that there are a lot of big teams with a lot of money around them. At the bottom of the table, Sunderland, Aston Villa and QPR are struggling. Also Huddersfield Stoke, I think Stoke are in safe, so it's a 4-way tie on those 3 spots on the top. At the bottom, who is staying up. And in player stats, Callum Wilson 22 goals, Paulo Dybala 18 and David Short 17 goals. Ryan Sessegnon is the best average rated player, all over 8 average rating, which is really good for left back. Nathaniel Klein in 2nd place and Wesley Hurd, our player, also in 3rd position. Kylian Mbappe 11 assists and Ryan Sessegnon and Christian Eriksen 10 each. Sessegnon also best in player of the matches, 7 occasions he have been the best player in game. Callum Wilson and Paulo Dybala behind him. Also, Sessegnon was awarded as a Golden Boy, in the new year, in January time of period. I don't know, but he was the Golden Boy this year, and it's surprising because he's a defender, and probably there wasn't a good striker to name, or in midfielder to name on. But in clean sheets, Geronimo Rulli got 15. Jordan Pickford had a decent season, 14 clean sheets. Thibaut Courtois, Chelsea's goalkeeper, 13. And in yellow cards, Corentin Tolisso 10, Petar Stojanovic 9, and this was the Luis Angel Rangel with 9 yellow cards. In injury stab, Everton have 4, Leicester 4, Huddersfield, Bournemouth, Southampton and Sunderland others with at least 2 injuries. We don't have any injuries, which is really good thing to see. And if we are going to the schedule stab, where we left last time, which was the game, I don't even remember what game it was, but if I'm could it be here on that? Let's start it here. We did lose that EFL Cup game against Everton on penalties. I think we recapped that, and we managed to win Arsenal in league 3-0 scoreline. Nathan Hudson, Bruno Fernandes and Antoine Griezmann are goal scorers. Solid 3-0 win at home. Then we did beat, I think we did look these also. We had that goals galore against Atletico Madrid in Champions League group stage game at home, and N'Golo Kante hat-trick for Nathan Hudson and Antoine Griezmann, that 5th goal. Then we scrap 1-0 win against Stoke City, Bruno Fernandes the only goal scorer. Then whopping 5-0 win against QPR, Wesley Hurd, Antoine Griezmann, own goal for Steven Coker, Ezequiel Pons and Diego Costa the other goal scorers. And then a couple of disappointing games. First 1-1 draw against Shakhtar Donetsk in Champions League in Donbass Arena. 1-1 scoreline. Diego Costa only goal scorer, and Juan Carlos Salazar got sent off in 85th minute on that game. And Maxim Malisheyev equalized the game in the later stage. Then in league we suffer, a goalless draw against Crystal Palace. We were better side on that game, and I don't know, it wasn't a good one, but we bounced back. If you all look here, really good form. We did beat Sunderland at home, 4-1 scoreline. Antoine Griezmann, John Stones, Tony Leroy and Bruno Fernandes are goal scorers, and Genki Haraguchi only goal scorer for Sunderland. Then we managed to beat Shakhtar in Champions League group stage game. Antoine Griezmann and Diego Costa are goal scorers. Adamos Christodoulos only goal scorer for Shakhtar. Then 3-0 game against West Brom in Hawthorns. Diego Costa got praise and N'Golo Kante the 3rd one. Then managed to grab Scrap a 3-0 win against Man United at home. Diego Costa, Zeca and Lorenzo Dickman gave us the 3-0 win. Then we beat Midtjylland 6-0 at home. Ezekiel Pons got hat-trick, Bruno Fernandes, Thomas Partey and Nathan Hudson, the other goal scorers. Then we beat 3-1 scoreline Everton at Goodison Park. Ezekiel Pons got hat-trick on that game, and Jordan Pickford own goal, disappointing to concede those. Then we beat West Ham in London Stadium 3-1 scoreline. Ezekiel Pons once again goal scorer, Diego Costa and N'Golo Kante the others, and Danny Welbeck, West Ham's only goal scorer. Then we managed to beat Atletico Madrid in Champions League. The last Champions League group stage game, 2-0 scoreline at Stadio Wanda Metropolitano. Nathan Hudson, both our goals, did score. Then we had the FIFA Club World Cup. In semi-finals we faced Yangshu Guoxin Santi in PMO Field. I don't know where that is, but 3-0 scoreline. Ezekiel Ero, Ezekiel Pons and Dennis Adeniran our goal scorers. And the final was demolition job. We did face Palmeiras. We won 7-3. John Stones, Antoine Griezmann, Bruno Fernandes, hat-trick for Ivan Ljubanovic in midfield, and Alexander Isak their 7th goal. Lautaro Martinez also managed to score hat-trick for Palmeiras, but whopping 7-3, 10-goal game, really special occasion, and yet another FIFA Club World Cup win for us. Then we had a slight hiccup in League 2 games. First 1-1 scoreline against Liverpool at home. Bruno Fernandes scored our goal and Roberto Firmino equalized at the later stage of the game. And another 1-1 draw against Bournemouth at Vitality Stadium. Alexander Isak, our only goal scorer. Callum Wilson gave the early lead to Bournemouth, but luckily we managed to draw the game. But yet again, like many times before, we did bounce back. 4-0 scoreline against Huddersfield. Nathan Hudson got praise, Dennis Adeniran and Alexander Isak the other goal scorers. Then 2-1 scoreline against Newcastle at home. Bruno Fernandes and Ezekiel Ero are goal scorers. Ezekiel Ero gave the late win for us. Gustavo Scarpa gave the early lead for Newcastle, and Atakan Akainak did send off on the 88th minute, and for the free kick for that foul, Ezekiel Ero scored the winner for us. Then tight game against Tottenham in the new White Hart Lane. 1-0 scoreline. Nathan Hudson the only goal scorer of the game. And the FA Cup started a game against Bolton Wanderers at Marcon Stadium. Solid 4-0 win. Ezekiel Pons 2 for Alexander Isak, and Panagiotis Papazanis scored the 4th in the stoppage time. Then couple of good wins. First against Aston Villa, tight game at Villa Park, but Ezekiel Ero the only goal scorer, and 1-0 win for us. And the next game was really solid, really dominant win against Manchester City. 2-0 scoreline. Nathan Hudson scored both of our goals, and solid. City didn't have a chance on that game, but yet again we fall against Chelsea. I think it's fair to say, at Stamford Bridge. We dominate the game, but we didn't take the chances, and a scoreless draw is better than a loss, I think. But next game against Leicester was better. yet again. 3-1 scoreline. Ezekiel Ero, Ryan Sessegnon and Ezekiel Pons are goal scorers. Demarai Gray gave the consolation at the late stage of the game. And FA Cup 4th round against Huddersfield, solid 4-1 win. Ezekiel Ero, Ezekiel Pons, Antoine Griezmann for praise, and Nahki Wells score from penalty, the only one for Huddersfield. And the next one, 4-2 against Southampton in St. Mary's. Bruno Fernandes, 2 own goals. Sökunku, or something like that, and Craig Dawson. Ryan Sessegnon, the 4th one, and at the 34th minute, the game was 4-0 for us. Andreas Samaris and Ozan Tufan gave a couple of quickies in the second half for Southampton, and some hope, but we managed to scrap the win on that. The next one was the big one against Arsenal at the Emirates, 5-1. Alexis Sanchez gave the lead for Arsenal in 37th minute, but after that there was only one team in the field. Shogran Mustafi scored the own goal. Diego Costa gave us the lead in the stoppage time for the first half, and Ezekiel Ero for hat-trick the second half gave us the 5-1 win for that. And the next one also was the big one, 4-1 against Fulham, against Stoke. Ezekiel Ero 2 for that, John Stones and Ezekiel Pons for the 4th one. Hakan Çalhanoğlu scored the late consolation for Stoke. Then QPR 2-0 against them, Antoine Griezmann and Nathan Hudson. Another 2-0 in the first knockout round, first leg against Dynamo Kiev in NCS Olympijski in Kiev. Antoine Griezmann for praise and good solid. We didn't concede a goal, so it gave us the good chance to go through in the second leg. Against Manchester City in the FA Cup 5th round, we played 1-1 draw in Etihad. Tosin Adebayor own goal, and Zeka was sent off. Andre Silva equalized the game in the 84th minute. I was gutted. I wanted to win the game, but it wasn't our game to take. Crystal Palace, we did win 3-0 scoreline, solid win. Ezekiel Ero, who have been on really good form lately. Lorenzo Dickman and Dennis Ardenir and the other goal scorers. And the replay for that FA Cup 5th round at Craven Cottage, we did win after extra time. N'Golo Kante gave us the winner in 103rd minute. And the last game against Sunderland, 1-0 win. Dennis Adeniran, the only goal scorers. And the next game is the second leg in against Kiev Dynamo in Champions League at Craven Cottage. And if we go to see the Champions League stats, Atletico, Benfica, Real Madrid have dropped, Celtic out, Juventus leading 3-0 against Athletic. Man United have gone through by a 1 goal. Leverkusen Barcelona 1-0, a tight game there. Milan and PSG 2-0 to the French side, and Bayern Porto 3-2 scoreline. And the second leg will be tight, I think. Asier Villa Libre Athletic striker is the best goal scorer. Ryan Sessegnon 8.04 in Champions League also. Really solid season. This youngster have been on fire. Good crossing, decent attribute on those. Marking he's lacking a little bit, but look at those physicals. He have been solid. 106 games, 5 goals only. But if we look his stats here, last 3 seasons, over 7.6 average rating is phenomenal for this youngster, and hopefully he will be with us in a long time. And if we look our squad, Jordan Pickford, Predrag Rajkovic, have been a really solid pairing. Pickford have played a couple of games more than Rajkovic, decent. Aydemir is more than a backup, mostly on that youth team, so we probably could drop him there. Juan Carlos Salazar have been magnificent. He have overtaken Lorenzo Dickman, have played 21 games, 3 assists. Not that many assists, but have been solid on that right hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 18 games, 1 goals, over 7 average rating is also really good. And the central defenders, John Stones, Wesley Hurd and Babazanis have been decent. Mostly Stones and Hurd have played, but lately Babazanis have taken a role. Solid over 7.4 average rating for all of those 3 central defenders. Segan and Dickman, I have played those guys a little bit in a fewer games than the other 2 wing backs, but decent attributes nevertheless. Ryan Sessegnon have been the main man. 3 goals, 17 assists. He is the boss at the moment on our defense, in our defensive line. Thomas Partey have been really good, 15 games, over 7 average, like all of our guys, over 7 average rating for all. So really happy about those guys. Ivan Ljubanovic also, 13 games, 3 goals, all of them came for 1 game, so probably need to give him more chances in future. And N'Golo Kante have been decent, 32 games, 4 goals, 1 assist, 7.22 average rating. I would hope more contribution on those stats for him. Mahmoud Dawood, decent, 31 games, 2+2. With our midfielders, he have been the inconsistent one. Haven't performed as good as the others. Tony Leroy, good solid, 26 games, 7.09. Perhaps the first season is the toughest one for him. Hopefully next year he will be better. Patrick Roberts haven't featured that many games, but when he's contributing really well. Over 7.3 average rating. Antoine Griezmann haven't been that good at all. 14 goals and 9 assists, but still I would expect a lot more for him. Dennis Adeniran have been decent, 19 games, 4 goals, 2 assists. Nathan Hudson, our best striker so far this year. 28 games, 16 goals is a good amount. Tom Kearney, our captain, haven't featured that many games, but the same goes for him than Patrick Roberts. When he have been playing, he have been solid. Bruno Fernandes, he had really good strike going on. Now he's calming down a little bit, but 11 goals for attacking midfielder is a good one. Like Ezekiel Ero, he had a quiet first half of the year, but now he's lighting up. 12 goals, 7 assists, 7.27 average rating, really good. Diego Costa, mediocre, I would say. 9 goals, 2 assists, 7.303 average rating. Not that good that I would expect for him. And for those 2 last guys, Alexander Isak and Ezekiel Pons, they have been solid both. Like a couple of years before, they have the good amount of goals and assists. They are playing on that solid level. But this was the recap, and hey, let's go and see the Hall of Fame. We are at 12th place at the moment, and if we could go through, let's say, if we could win the Premier League and perhaps go into the FA Cup or Champions League final, I think we could rise at top 10. It's only a couple of 100 points between us and the 10th place. Actually, under 100 points. Bob Paisley got 2,343, and we have 2,267. So only 80 points between. So after this year, I would like to be at top 10, and after next year, I would like to be at top. So my aim is to play a couple of more seasons, and hopefully then we are at the top of the Hall of Fame table, and the series will be ending. And perhaps I could play another or make another series before FM18 will arrive. But leave the like rating, subscribe if you are new, and go check it out Mick Marsh channel for his climbing the ladder on Hall of Fame Fulham save, and there are a couple of more good series on his channel, and he will be back on FM18 with another high quality FM series. So stay tuned for that, and we are seeing you at the next episode. Bye bye.